Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Live Oaks map, and we've got Hubewa from Predator Clan. He's in the Object 907, which is a, you should know, as a tier 10 Clan Wars reward tank. It's one of the best medium tanks in the game at tier 10, and it's constantly used in clan battles. It's got very bouncy armour. It's very similar to the Object 140, which you probably know, but it's got 1 degree less gun depression compared to the 140, but it's got the same gun and penetration, etc. But it's got a different armour layout, which can confuse people and certainly bounce a few rounds now. Has taken a couple of hits there. B4005 firing HE, clearly aiming for a very large pen. And there you go, he's got rid of the Leopard 1 already, so 1 kill to their side, but things are very even and it's early in the game. So he's taken a fairly forward position here, pretty common for heavy tanks to come to the city. Hubewa's decided that the city needs his help, so he's come here to spot any tanks crossing, coming along the A line. He's got that gap there, and it doesn't look like anyone's pushed up into the corner yet. He's spotted an I-7, or an I-7's been spotted I should say, probably by the Leopard 1. And Hubewa just taking care not to shoot. Well, he did shoot, but wasn't spotted I should say. He's not really getting an angle on the I-7, so coming up here, fires a snapshot at Leopard 1. He's coming up here, just trying to get different angles here. Best Leopard 1 gets a nice shot in there. Yeah, he's firing the heat rounds now. And it's got a decent pen, if I remember, 330 on the heat rounds. Yep, there you go, 330 on the heat rounds, but average damage is 320. Now if you're running the right equipment and crew skills and food, which is not running food here, so that takes it a little bit away, but you can get your reload down to just under 5 seconds, which is pretty low, and it brings your DPM up to about 3600 plus, which yeah, you can pretty much out DPM quite a lot of tanks, as long as you can pen them of course, but it's got a decent amount of hit points, as you can see, 2000 hit points. Good for a medium tank. And he's just coming up here on the T110E4. He doesn't want to get in the way of its gun. So just waiting to get distracted. He's been hit and taken on. He finally takes a big hit from the FP4 So that was a bit of a mistake there, coming around the corner. Lots of enemy tanks there. None of them had been spotted until, well, not all spotted in the same place, I should say. Nicely congregated and given him a big whack. So, not a great start, but this is not going to deter Hubewa. Snaps towards the FV, but doesn't connect, but hey, it's always good to fire back, keeps them on their toes. And he's just come up here to try and support this 60 TP and try and catch some of these tanks unaware. 60 TP takes a big hit and in fact gets taken out, but he manages to get the Leopard 1 on the side there. And Leopard 1 coming out to try and take a bit of revenge, but I think he's going to meet his match soon if I know how Hubewa plays. And he's just got a nice angle there, but that didn't even connect there. This didn't sound like it did. But he bounces the incoming round from the Leopard. That's what I'm talking about, on the layout. And he's found the E100, giving him a nice view of his low front plate, always welcome. And there's the FP4 says, oh, you've given me a hit, I'm going to give you one back. He's got D4 there, just waiting, but he's on very low hit points. B100 on lots of hit points, and he's pushing around, is he? Well, he's got to get past a couple of tanks, but can he get the leopard one? Oh, here we go, the 100. Both of them bounced off each other, which is not unsurprising, but look like turning to find the biggest threat, which is the FE. Very clever thinking there, and he can get rid of the leopard also. So 2 kills quite quickly. Takes a hit from the leopard while he's going, but now he's in a good position against the E100. The guns turn the other way, very slow to react there. React, I should say, the turret on the E100, not a fast turning one, and he can put in a lot of damage and stay out of the way of the gun. And another lucky thing there, he took the hit on his gun. He's going for the lower front plate, which he does, so he's been working this E100 down. He's taken him down to half health already in fairly rapid time. And this is just allowing him to completely farm. So he's not going to walk in front of that gun if he can help it, no, but the E100's gun is turned the other way. Tries to go for the tracking shot there, but yeah, firing heat rounds is not always going to get you that result, but he decides, alright, of course he's going to put that round into his turret. And here we go, lower front plate again, and one more shot and he's gone. For the E100 distracted, and there's going to die, which he does. So, hubewa making short shrift of that E100, and he's racked up 3,800 damage as part of that process. Now there's an E3 still out there, so he's just being cautious. He will be easily one shot by the E3, and he's just waiting for the other tanks to come up and support. So there's an E4 moving up, almost full health. He can certainly take a hit if necessary. And hubewa just making a move up the outside here, but just cautiously trying to spot that E3, and maybe he's moved back, but there's the hill up there, which also always a dangerous spot, can have people in cover, but he hasn't been spotted yet. Well, that doesn't mean a whole lot. There could be in cover. In fact, there's the subject 430U that he saw earlier in the game. So he gets spotted coming in, and he picks up a whole heap of spotting damage there from the 430U getting wasted. And now this E3 might get a shot on the rear. It does, just under the gun depression, as I was talking about. It's fantastic on the 907. It's one of the weaknesses of it. It's not a huge weakness, but it does take you out. Now he's got the opportunity to get rid of the E3. Now he goes undercover. There's no one here to challenge from this side. The other enemy tanks have all disappeared down the railway line, it appears, and this E3's by himself, so he's not going to last long. And hubewa gets another kill. So 5 kills there to hubewa. He's doing really well here. And he's got the opportunity to get a bit more damage still. Leopard 1 pushing up and asking for help, which of course he's going to do. But hubewa's taking the long way around, basically to try and stay out of the vision of anyone, and carefully avoids the cap circle there to avoid letting people know. Leopard 1 can pop up and spot, and he can shoot from a distance and try and keep away from people. That's not a bad strategy when you're down to your last sort of third of hit points. And here we go, now starting to spot tanks. So which side of the railway line is the question. Okay, looks like they're just going under the bridge there, and he might catch someone backing down. He's got a chieftain there, which he doesn't really want to tangle with, and now he's got the side of the chieftain. Can he get the spot in? Now I've got to say, it's one of the other weaknesses of the 907. It's not really a sniping gun. It's much better in your face as a brawling unit, but it doesn't mean you can't make long distance shots, but they're really just not reliable. And he's not really running the full Clan Wars loadout here without food, but he's got some nice targets here. He's coming up on the back of the Rhino. One shot in, he's not turning yet. No, is he turning? Well, he will once he starts getting a couple more shots. Here he comes. He's going to face hubewa. Can he get another shot in, which he does, and that Rhino not going to last long. One more hit and he's gone, and in fact there he goes. In fact, that is the game. So we've got an indicated 5.7k of damage. Let's go and see the detail. All right, well, what have we here? No medals. Well, let's look into that. Well, before we do that, 6.088k. So, yeah, nearly 6.1k of damage. So that was an extra shot of damage there. It was a blind shot we didn't catch. And 5 kills. And 1500 of assisted damage there. So that gives him 7.5, nearly 7 point, actually 7.6k of combined damage. But only a first class mastery badge. So let's go and dig into that. So team score, base experience 1341. Now that would get you an ace tanker in just about every tier 10 apart from the reward vehicles. So I think the the ace is around 1400 for this tank. So yeah, you're up against a lot of good players playing this tank in random battles. And it was supported there. Got a couple of tanks getting over 3k, the Crony and the 215B, and a few other tanks getting over 2k. In fact, there's an E4 getting 3.6. So some good support from his team. But he missed out on the high caliber reward to the Chieftain on the other side, who managed to do 6.2. And yeah, get any Confederate or maybe if it can buy 1 kill, he missed out on the Top Gun. So yeah, but it's been unfortunate. It was a really great game, but really no great rewards there apart from the experience and so on. But yeah, playing, if you got that in an Object 140, you would have got an ace tanker, I would think. And probably the Chieftain got an ace there in the losing team. 637 would normally get you that, but actually you wouldn't, because I know the ace tanker level for the Chieftain's around above 1400 as well. So otherwise, how did it turn out for him? He fired 29 shots, 24 hits and 21 penetrations. And gave him his damage total, and most of it was close range. He's only had 1024 hit points done at more than 300 meters. Part of that is the gun handling for long range shots. It's not fantastic, as I was talking about. And he didn't have any reserves running, so didn't make a lot of profit. In fact, minus 47k, which is about what you expect for a tier 10, particularly, firing your premium rounds. So great game there from hubewa. It's the first one we've had on the channel, but thanks very much for the content, and hope you liked it. And if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already and you'd like to, please do that. It's in your hands. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks very much for watching.